What's up YouTube, it's Orth. Now today I'm really excited to bring you guys a brand new game, King Arthur Legends Rise by Netmarble. This game sets a brand new standard when it comes to squad building RPG games. This game is right out there on its own, leading the way. Visually this game looks incredible, it looks really good. The character designs are very unique. Love that aspect of the game, but also the gameplay, the mechanics of the game are very unique. They're very fun to play around with. It's a bit of a breakaway from the normal RPGs that you play, so it's definitely going to be a lot of fun jumping into it. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks of what you can do in the first sort of week as well, since I have been playing this game before Netmarble approached me. I will be leaving a link in the description in this video down below where you guys can download the game from, but I've been playing this game for around about 7 to 10 days, and then Netmarble approached and said we'd like to do some content. So here we are. Thank you so much Netmarble for sponsoring this video, and let's get into it. So here we are, this is the estate. This is where you're going to start off, and you will be able to track your progression through your account from here. As you progress through the game, you are going to unlock more and more things. But the first thing I want to show you guys is the sweet promo codes, which is going to give you some free to play goodies to get you started. So if you come into the top left side of your estate screen, you'll be able to see enter coupon on the right hand side. I would leave the promo codes in my description of this video, and I'll also leave a link to download the game as well. Definitely go check it out, and then type the promo codes in here. You will get your rewards, your nice little freebie rewards in the mailbox over here, so you can redeem those and get started. Now first thing you want to do is jump into campaign. Campaign is basically where you're going to progress your account. You're going to be fighting through the campaign. You'll get some champions for free, Arthur of course, and Kay. You'll get those 2 rares, and you'll get Tristan and Morgan, which are fantastic 2 legendaries. You're going to get them fighting through campaign, so definitely worth a while. One other thing that I want to highlight when it comes to King Arthur is that in this game, the campaign is very good. It's all fully voice acted, and it's quite immersive as well. I don't normally play through game campaigns, especially for these type of games, but I feel like the voice actors have done such a great job in this game to really get the immersion through. I was really going through the entire lore of Arthur, and it was a lot of fun. So if you're somebody who enjoys campaigns or story mode, I think you're going to really enjoy this game, because the devs did put a really good amount of effort in making the story very good, which I'm really happy about. So campaign is the #1 thing you need to focus on. The second thing I want to highlight is the 2 legendaries that you will be picking up for free, and that is Morgan and also Tristan. Both of these legendaries are very good. Morgan is considered to be the more overpowered one. She's much stronger than Tristan, but Tristan is also very good as well. So I would highly recommend investing in Morgan. She's like a debuffer slash DPS champion. She gives turn meter reduction. She also gives a buff strip, a buff removal, and she can do decreased defense as well. So she's fantastic. Early on, she's going to be helping you out a lot. And also Tristan is very good. He mainly is used for his basic attack, but in this game, basic attack is very effective, because you don't actually use any of your vigor. You actually regen 1 vigor when you're doing your basic attack. So it's really good for how the mechanics want to play out in this game. So even if you're just doing the basic attack with Tristan, he's still very good. And also Morgan is fantastic. The other champions you're going to be focusing on, Arthur, not really a champion that you're going to be using a lot of. He's a champion that you do get, and he's a campaign champion. I do wish he was a bit stronger, but he's more single target, and the single target damage, just really you want to focus it on like enemy max HP, so dot damage, damage over time, poisons and burns, which you'll be able to get from different sources. And when it comes to AoE damage, Kay is generally quite a bit better than him. Early on, you're going to get her for free, so a lot of people are going to invest in her. If you can, however, find Rosier and get her relic, her red relic, it would be really good. She is someone who can replace Kay, but if you don't have Red Rosier's relic, you can just stick to Kay, and Kay will then help you progress through the game, beat the dungeons and beat the campaign just fine with Kay. It will not be an issue. So that's the second and third thing to focus on. So promo codes, campaign, and these champions you need to focus on. Next thing we're going to look at is dungeons. So the power-up dungeons are in the restricted area. You are going to unlock these when you're playing through the game and progressing through campaign. So power-up dungeons, there's two that we are going to be focused on early on. We're not going to focus on the third one, since these two are going to be the ones that you're going to be doing in the first like 3 to 4 days or maybe even a week. So you have Pinvid. Now Pinvid drops the mana orb, which is used for advancing heroes. So they're kind of like when you go from a 3-star to a 4-star or 4-star to a 5-star, and increase the level cap. Pretty much just how things are in these type of champion builders. All the champions go up to level 60. They don't just keep going. So you do know that 60 is the highest level you can go on your champion. So you are going to use the mana orbs and farm the mana orbs for getting more stars and then getting more levels. So from level 1 to level 9 or level 10 even, you're going to use these small potion pots. So I'll show you guys a champion, for example. I have a champion that I'm planning to build later on, but I haven't had a chance to build just yet. So we have Lancelot. So just pretty standard. You use these materials to max him out, and then you advance him with the mana orbs that you farm from those two dungeons. Now, I will be making videos, or I will make videos if you guys would like them to, when it comes to these two dungeons. But I'll show you quickly the teams I'm running. I'm doing Pinvid 8 right now, which is pretty good. This is about what everybody is going to be running. You can run K in Rosier's slot, and you can also run Turin, which is another free-to-play champion in this slot. And the team is basically Tristan, Morgan, DPS, and a healer is what you want to run for Penvid. So that's how you're going to farm Penvid. And also with Gorgos, which is your XP brew or small potion boss, you want to go ahead and use a dot damage dealer, so enemy max HP damage dealer. You can use Rosier, you can use Anguish too. He's another good champion that does dot damage over time. And you're going to want a uncommon Degenerate. He's really good for this. But yeah, this is the team I'm running. Like I said, if you guys want a further guide, let me know in the comment section down below. But those are the dungeons you're going to want to focus on. So the last tip I want to talk about is probably the one that people enjoy the least with these type of games, is gearing. Now gearing, a lot of people I've spoken to said we love games, we love playing these games, but when it comes to gearing, it doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't know what stats I need to be using where. I don't get how to build champions. Now, obviously, if you're somebody who's new to these type of games, gearing can be a little bit complicated, but what you need to keep in mind early on in the game is there's really just one set that you want to be basically grinding towards, especially very early on, and that is the vigor set. The vigor set basically gives you one more vigor to be able to do your abilities. Now, to explain what the gear set does better, I'll show you guys a fight. So we'll show you guys maybe a stage that we're doing. Let's go ahead and do Gorgos, since I need XP brews, and I'll show you exactly what it is the vigor does in this game and how the mechanic of vigor works. Now, I really prefer the system of vigor versus the system of cooldowns. So you have 3 abilities on your champions. You have a 3 vigor cost ability, a 2 vigor cost ability, which is the A2, and then you have the basic attack, which doesn't use vigor but actually grants 1 vigor. So it's like a vigor charge. Now, what a vigor set does is before your turn starts, rather than generating just 1 vigor, you're going to generate 2 vigor. So after every single turn, or before every champion takes a turn, you generate 1 vigor. So for example, this is not normally what I would do, but I'll give you an example. Is if you are using the A3, let's say we use 3 vigor, and then we go to our Rosier, who is now down to 2 vigors, but she built 1 up again. So we can go ahead and do the 3 vigor ability. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And now my next champion is going to charge, who is going. It seems like she's going again. So there we charged 2 vigor. We're up to 3 vigor because Rosie, I think she took an extra turn. And with that extra turn, she charged a vigor. So we were at 1 vigor, but now we charged 1 from taking a turn and the other 1 from our gear set. Now that's all the explanation that we're going to go through right now, because I know people are going to be new. So that's what a vigor set does. A vigor set basically is like an energy recharge, a vigor recharge for you. And that is the best thing you can be looking for in early on. The damage that you're going to be doing is mainly going to be damage over time. So crit and everything else is going to come later on. The support champions you're going to run are generally going to be using a lot of vigor, a lot of 2 cost, a lot of 3 cost. So you want to get as much vigor in your teams as possible. So this is where you want to focus your gearing on. So vigor sets you can craft from the forge. This is the main place I've been able to get vigor gear from. You can purchase it. I'll show you where you can purchase it, but this is where you're going to come and use the materials. As you can see, I have enough materials to forge 1 more vigor piece. So I'm going to wait until I get a set of 4 to forge all 4 pieces of vigor and then get another champion of mine in a vigor set. So like I said, gearing early on in the game is pretty much just trying to make sure your team has enough vigor so all of them can do the abilities you need them to. I'll show you some of the builds. As you can see, I have my Rosier in damage sets. Now, one thing that's fantastic about this game that was introduced with on launch is a second preset. You can basically use 2 different presets, click OK, and then you can, well, I don't have a gear set build on Rosier, but this is going to be my vigor preset. And then I have my DPS preset on number 1. So make use of the presets. You can have damage dealers in your pure damage gear, and then you can have damage dealers in vigor sets where they're going to be charging the vigor and doing damage over time. Both are very important. You are going to want to switch between the 2s because some bosses are immune to damage over time. There will be bosses where you need to do pure damage to them. So a champion like Rosier is going to switch to her first build. So this is a really good feature. I'm really happy that they put this on. It's going to save a ton of time. It's going to make life so much easier. It's really, really good. So that's the sort of gearing extent you need to focus on with the first 7 to 10 days. Put all of the champions, as many champions in vigor gear as you can. Support champions go in vigor gear. Damage over time champions who are DPSs can also go in vigor gear as well. So, and you can have 2 different presets. So you can filter the artifacts from here, click on vigor, see all of my champions are in vigor sets. I'm trying to build out as many as possible. Vigor set is a 4-piece set. So you're going to need 3 pieces in vigor, and then you're going to want 1 on the right hand side in a vigor set. The reason why you want the left hand side to be crafted is because these are fixed stats on the left, and then the right are going to be more complicated, more variation of stats. You can get attack speed, you can get attack percentage and percentage based stats on the right. The bottom accessories, you don't need to focus on too many of these just yet. You are going to be able to get a belt. You might be able to get an orb as well, but as you can see, I haven't got an orb just yet. You need to awaken your champion for that. And that's over here with awakening, but that'll be a video I'd cover maybe on the 2nd week of playing the game. But there it is. Those are my tips to the game. Thank you so much for Netmarble for sponsoring this video. Again, the description will have the link to download the game. Make sure you guys check the game out. Fantastic game in my opinion. Like I said, this game is, from what I've seen, way ahead of what all the other games are. It really is setting a standard. So I'm really happy to see innovation in this area of the game. Like mobile or idle games or squad building games are one of my personal favorites. So I joined these type of games, and I like companies like Netmarble and other developers just really pouring more effort into these games, which Netmarble has definitely done. So thank you so much for checking out the video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.